The minute I start driving to the north of England, a very warm, almost nostalgic feeling starts to overcome me. I feel like I'm coming home. As soon as we start to gain higher ground, driving through the rolling hills and cragged mountains, I feel like I'm returning to my ancestral home. I have Scottish ancestry on both my mother and father's side, and I can't help but wonder if there's something in my genes that somehow remembers a time roaming the peaks and ravines, meandering through forests and bracken, and resting by streams and rivers, listening to the trickling of water, the sound of the birds, and the rustle of the trees. A bygone era from my past relatives that is re-evoked by coming back to the mountains. Last year, I decided to give up social media, or certainly take a break from it for a month. That month turned into 2, and then 2 into 3, and I simply haven't felt the inclination to return to that world. It began when I realised that every time I went on social media, I felt stressed. It's difficult to explain, but as a naturally more solitary person, the ease of interaction with other people made available through social media interrupted what my natural self needs. Checking in every hour or so to see what was going on, feeling the obligation to like or comment on certain people's posts through mere social expectation, seeing reel after reel of people craving your attention. Buy this, like my stuff, what's your opinion? It was all quite overwhelming. Then it dawned on me that every time I went on social media, I simply did not feel good. So I gave it up, and this is what happened. I literally felt the stress melt away. I had freedom, and I gained a lot, I mean a lot, of extra time. Suddenly, I found I was being much more productive with my day. Those extra 5 minutes here and there spent browsing soon adds up to hours per week, which can be much better spent looking after yourself and those around you. With all that extra time, I made conscious efforts instead to nurture my existing relationships with the people I'm closest to. I made efforts to contact the people I genuinely care about. And I found, in fact, I had more to talk about with people in the real world, because I hadn't seen what they'd already done online. I felt I became better at talking to people from day to day, because conversations were richer. My natural self was able to get what it truly needs. More honest, genuine social interactions, as well as the ability to simply step away from people when I need a break. And this is how I imagine my ancestors would have lived. Those ancestors who we have not evolved that much from. Those people who would have interacted with neighbours and friends, seeing both the good and the bad. Building meaningful, real relationships, and also being able to uninterruptedly rest in solitude when the time for recuperation had come.